Okay, so yesterday during my stream, somebody asked me what I was going to do after I finish with Manifold Garden. And this is a very common question. I get asked this all the time. The answer, by the way, is that I don't know. However, the way this was phrased yesterday, this person asked me what I was going to do after and added, I had seen you say that you hate this game and don't really enjoy the process. And this second part was a huge shock to me. It really took me by surprise because one, it is not at all true. I don't hate the game, quite the opposite. I've dedicated over 5 years of my life to this. I've poured all my time and energy to it. I definitely do not hate it. And two, I don't recall ever saying or expressing this sentiment, so I have no idea where they got this idea from. But it made me wonder if others had the idea that I felt this way. So I just wanted to make this quick video to go on the record and express how I feel. Now, certainly there have been moments when I've been programming and spend all day fixing a bug and have expressed frustration at the difficulty of that problem. You know, there's been a lot of programming streams where I've gotten annoyed with trying to track down some issue. But that is more my feelings towards that particular problem at the moment. I think that's every programmer out there can relate to that. That is not at all reflective of how I feel about the project on a whole. And I have gone on record in different interviews, and you can find them, I think, with like gameindustry.biz. But you know, these interviews where I've discussed the difficulties with independent game development, and that is not me complaining. That is just sort of me being open and transparent about what this process is like, because yeah, the market is very difficult, and you know, it's an incredibly complex piece of software. I thought it was going to take me 3 months. It's been over 5 years. There's just so much that goes on. There's just so much that's involved with making a game. And there are difficulties. It's not a walk in the park. But both these sort of moments of frustration when you're programming, or the difficulties of being an indie game developer, these feelings are not representative of my attitude towards the project as on a whole. So these are very, very different, and I just want to be clear. You know, one of the things that I've been doing with Manifold Garden, as you probably know, is being very open and transparent with the process. So I stream development pretty much every day. I started initially with the devlog, writing a post, I think, like every couple of days about what I'm going through, going to different conventions, but also sort of my feelings and my emotions. And I've since been doing that more with the stream. And the reason for that is I don't want to romanticize this process. Like, it's not just going to game shows or having these eureka moments where you solve a design problem. Most of development is just a lot of really boring grunt work. It's just showing up in front of the computer, fixing a giant list of bugs, and then you get more bugs and you got to fix that. And also there's, you know, as someone that's doing most of the project on their own, you kind of have to take on all aspects of development, not just the parts that you like. So for me personally, I really, really enjoy level design. If I could pick only one thing to do in game development, that is what I would do. I would be a level designer. However, as an indie dev, I have to do business development. I have to worry about finances. I have to do marketing. I have to do programming, art, audio programming, managing other people, interviewing other people, dealing with consoles, dealing with different platforms, figuring out button remapping, coordinating localization, coordinating beta testers and all that stuff. And the truth is I don't enjoy all that. There are some parts that I enjoy and there are some parts that I don't, but ultimately I really believe in the project. I love Manifold Garden. I want to see it happen, and that is why I put up with all that stuff. And there is also the daily struggle, right? There is when you take on a project this scope, this size, and you're doing it on your own, there is always doubt and anxiety. Is this the right thing that I should be doing? How is this going to do? How are people going to receive it? And that's something that you deal with on a daily basis, or at least I deal with on a daily basis. And I've gotten a lot better at managing those feelings over the years, but that is still a struggle. So when I'm working on the game, you know, I'm not in this constant state of euphoria. Like, there are parts I enjoy and there are parts I don't enjoy, but at the end of the day, this is what I want to be doing, and the parts that are important to me, I believe in it so much that I'm willing to put up with all the negative parts of it. So anyway, this is just a little short blurb because I wanted to address this thing that came up yesterday in the stream in a little bit more more articulate manner. I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment below. And thanks for listening. I'll see you later.